his mother and the other Mary and John the apostle. And sometimes, as we come around the Lord's table, we need to join with them at the foot of the cross. And we need to look into the eyes of Jesus and see his suffering and his pouring out of his life there for us. And as we meet around his table, it's also a time to not just be grateful and to remember what he did for us, that we might have salvation, but it's also a time for us to examine ourselves and whether or not we are living as we ought to live. Maybe there's things in our lives, as I'm sure there are in all of us, that we need to ask forgiveness for. This is a time to do that around his table. One of the ways that is always a good exercise to do when examining ourselves is to look at the chapter in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and put ourselves in that chapter. It talks about love. When Paul is writing, he says, love is patient. Well, the question for me is Grant patient? When were those times last week when he wasn't? Grant is kind. Really? Grant does not envy. Does not boast. Grant is not proud. He hasn't been rude. It is not self-seeking. Grant is not easily angered and keeps no record of wrongs. Really? Grant does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. And he always protects, always trusts. Grant always hopes and always sticks in there. He perseveres and never fails. When we examine our lives today, put your name in the text and allow it to speak to you. At this time, we're going to pray. Father in heaven, thank you for this very special time of memorial in the heart of our Lord's Day service. Dear God, we are so grateful for what you have done for us. We thank you for the cup and the loaf, which are representative of your love for us. Dear God, help each one of us during this time in our service to also examine our own lives, not the lives of the person next to us or anybody else, but help us to look in the mirror to find what we see as we go through this passage individually. In your name we pray. Amen.